to just leave one map, which is going to be Aerowalk. And
you heard it here
for
first.
the next season, yeah, it's going to be much better.
So Ash versus Agent will leave you with that thought, and Ash is going to have to fall back through that teleporter as he lets Agent take away the Mega. Agent will also get the red and pretty much every weapon. So arguably you can say, okay, Ash got the worst spawn, and he did, but it's not
okay.
really the end of the world. He can definitely play with this.
Yeah, and he'll be able to, wow, he's caught in a very difficult situation. He should be able to get items, just because they, at the start of ZTN, will always spawn at about the same time. But Agent actually masterfully managed to...
Yeah.
He will get all the items, it's crazy, that was brilliant. I mean, Ash was really unfortunate that he was heard going to the rocket launcher, over by the jump pad, and Agent just used it brilliantly. That's great. He's gonna get every single item. That was actually amazing.
Okay, now we get to Agent. Really, I loved how he took the red. Oh, but here he's gonna find a fight with Ash. That's not gonna go so well, but he does. Look at the pinpoint timing on all these items as well. I mean, maybe that's a little bit of coincidence, but still, it looks great. But Agent, so good with the items, seriously, and it almost seems like he prioritizes that above his opponent, above any kills. It's like if Ash is trying to attack him, it's like he'll shoot a rocket to bounce Ash away. And it's like, okay, rocket jumps up to the item. Wait a second, Ash, I'll just pick this up and then I'll fight with you.
Yeah, just now we saw it in action. He just he went through the telly, he just spotted Ash with corner of his eye. He just made a flick rocket on him. He just ran past on his route. Just didn't give a shit. There you go, have a rocket. I'm gonna go for this yellow. Bye bye. That's so Agent.
That's so Agent, and it looks so wonderful from him so far. Yeah. This is so really a schooling in how to run this map under pressure.
I was most impressed with how he got all the items at the start, because what happens on ZTN at the beginning is that one player will get, like usually it's red and yellow. In this case we had yellow and yellow, and the other player got red and mega. Very quick off the start, so the next time they will all kind of spawn at around the same time in 25 seconds. So at the very least, the player out of control should be able to secure yellow. Like it's actually impossible to get them all.
Ash
on paper. That was great. Yeah.
Agent taking a flight on Ash Airlines there with those rockets, but Agent, you know, he is as comfortable in the air as he is on the ground, and it doesn't faze him. He's not a threat at all. Ash is just getting demolished, absolutely bulldozed by Agent's prowess. Yeah. His play on the items, very strong.
His aim is looking good.
He's looking like he's going to make the finals today.
He managed to save himself there. And now he's in trouble though, he's kind of low. Agent is a player who is comfortable when he's low.
Real.
That was great. Yeah.
That hurts Ash's ability to really be aggressive or challenge on red. Oh my god, in the face. Of course, that's really nice as well from Ash, but still, his options aggressively are somewhat limited. He's going to be able to pick up the Mega in time when these grenades, the explosions subside in time. But still, Agent is just, with this damage, he just deals it at the right time to stop Ash attacking him in moments when he's particularly vulnerable. And instead being able to take the fights when he wants to, more on his terms. So again, that flick rail. And just moving on to Ash, I can see his stack is 50. He's got 50 armor, that's it. 50 armor, that's it.
No health? I should be dead then. That's all.
that's not very comfortable. Ash is constantly under Agent's pressure, the rails he's hitting, the war of attrition being won quite well by Agent here.
It was ambitious by Agent. I rocketed them, missed completely, but he's just out-stacking Ash so much.
Amazing.
It's really nice from Agent so far. He's gonna get this yellow. He's also got a rotation going, and I mean, Agent is... He's known for his rotations. He's incredibly good at maintaining them.
And okay.
Brilliant timing.
I thought he'd missed the rotation there, going through the telly, but I wasn't really afraid of Ash there. I was just afraid that he would mess the rotation up.
You know, this was a moment where I understand players or people, spectators, who say that Agent must be using item timers, just because the drop down on this yellow was so perfect. He must have had precise timing on it, because usually, like if you knew it was spawning somewhere in the next, I don't know how many seconds, you wouldn't drop down right on it, right? Because then you'd be kind of, you'd be in danger of your opponent kind of predicting you dropping down, and when your opponent's predicting you to drop down, he will spam right on the place. So you would usually drop down next to it, or you would drop down at the rocket launcher, and kind of then assess the situation and then drop down on the yellow finally. But Agent just dropped down right onto it as if he knew exactly it was spawning this very split second, and that was really impressive. Like, that is amazing timing.
Yeah, I mean, his form really looks like he's going to make the finals. I really want to, like, after 2 minutes, I already wanted to make the call to say, okay, Agent will make the finals. I mean, of course, he just has to beat Ash. This is a semi-final. He just has to beat Ash and he'll make the finals. But still, he seems like he's really in great shape. When he's hitting, that's when he's scary, because you know he doesn't in his game plan anticipate it hitting. And look at that flick rail. What was that even? That was just like a spasm of his hand.
His aim was really on. Also, some days ago, I'm not sure if you witnessed that or heard about that, but he was supposed to play Matrox in a 125 FPS game in the quarterfinals, I believe, and then Matrox didn't show up. He had to stay late at work or something, so he didn't show up for the game. And Agent, as a result, removed himself from the tournament, said he didn't want to keep playing. Because apparently, according to him, he spent 10 hours that day preparing.
Whoa.
And just playing and aborting his game so that nobody could see. Now, I'm quite skeptical of that, of how true that is.
Yeah.
But if it is true, he's, well, really taking quite seriously right now, apparently. And, you know, if you play 10 hours a day, it's understandable that you start at some point really hitting retarded, especially flick rails. Excuse me, flick rails. Because, like, flick rails are something that depends a lot on your, like, how used you are to that game. You basically need to know exactly how far you have to move the mouse to
muscle memory
put it on. Yeah, it's muscle memory essentially. And the more you play, the better that really gets. Like, whereas tracking maybe is something you have naturally, and either you're good at like LG aim or not. Flick aiming is actually something I think you can very much learn and improve on. And you know, I'm not surprised to see him really hitting a lot of flick shots. Meanwhile, Ash actually made it a little bit possible. He opened the window of opportunity. 7 frags to go with 3 minutes is certainly not unheard of. And again, Agent is of course an amazing first-back player. And yeah, Ash could have made more of the situation, I believe. Let's switch over to Agent. He's still pretty healthy. This is just enough to play defensive, I think.
And it's very frustrating to play against this. Actually, these guys must have a lot of experience against one another. I know Ash. You know,
I don't know about that. Agent has this very like specific circle of players he practices with, I think.
Ash has that wonderful quote where he says, "I'm not sure if Agent's like LGing me or if it's just my natural armor decay."
Yeah.
Because he says his aim's so bad. But that was a fantastic engagement from Ash. He barely managed with that last quick switch to the flick rail to secure the frag, but he is by no means healthy. And that one rail, Agent knows that he's super weak, and he just misses the critical shots to finish Ash off. And Ash, okay, in the 2 minutes, Agent's the last person that I would expect to blow a lead like this. So it's nothing to worry about, but still, it's a missed opportunity.
I mean, it's not unheard of. I mean, there's this famous game between Strengths and Cypher, where in the last, I think it was 3 minutes, I believe, Cypher made back a lead of 7 or 8 frags. So it wouldn't be a precedent, but right now it's getting less and less. Now it's impossible, pretty much.
Yeah.
The window of opportunity has officially closed. And we're going to see a second map between the two. And it might go completely different. I think Agent is, like, his reputation is that Ziken is his best map.
Do you think slow spawning should be removed in the game?
No, not at all. I don't think so. I think it is actually a good measure against spawn killing, because spawn killing can be, I mean, it is essentially something that is part skill. You have to be able to perform the spawn kill, but it's also a big luck aspect. Like sometimes games get decided just based on like 1 or 2 spawns that you get, where your opponent is just instantly able to capitalize and get like 1 bonus frag essentially for nothing other than being lucky enough to have his opponent spawn right in front of him.
Do you think that's a good game dynamic? Just the luck?
No, I don't think luck is a good game dynamic at all. And essentially, like, what you can say then, when people say, oh man, I lost because I was so unlucky with my spawns, and I spawned right in front of him 10 times and he got 10 spawn kills, and that's why I lost. You know, you can always say, yeah, you could have just delayed the spawn wait until he was in a position where it wasn't possible for you to, well, spawn in a very bad position, because usually that is very possible. Like, when you get a frag, you'll like look for a spawn kill for 2 or 3 seconds, and then you'll move on. That's what most players do.
Yeah, more time waiting there is time lost for positioning and the items that are coming up.
So players will usually wait for spawn kills for 2 seconds and then move on. And the slow spawning allows you kind of to prevent spawn kills and make the game less random, less luck-based. So I definitely like it. I think it should be kept, and people underutilize it. Like whenever you see yourself at the end of the game being angry at the spawns and being angry at spawn killed, you have to realize perhaps you should have just delayed the spawn, and perhaps that would have been
delay the spawn.
A smart decision. Yeah.
That should be our theme of today. The advice that I repeat to people: delay the spawn. Sounds like a cool little phrase for some reason. I don't know, but I think that this should be an educational program. We should give advice and tips to players. So if you ever have any
call it
other...
delay the spawn.
Sorry?
You want to call it delay the spawn?
I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, really.
Okay.
I just say stuff, more or less, and hope that it ends up good. But here we go. Toxicity is beginning right now. We'll have to think of what educational things we can to give to the public afterwards. But Agent's going to be able to pick up a rocket and a very quick mega. The rail red going to Ash. And Ash is going to find a quick lightning gun, but that damage exchange was very odd, actually.
That was so Agent. That was so Agent. Like it was one additional item Agent wanted to steal from Ash. So he knew Ash spawned with the red armor, and he knew Ash that would be like the close yellow for Ash to go to. So he just left his yellow, and instead rushed there as fast as possible and actually got it. And the surprise effect played a big role. I think if Ash was prepared for it, he would have gotten a frag.
And the turnaround frag right there.
Yeah.
Before Agent could get position on Mega. And that was important for Ash, because he actually kind of caught Agent in a position where Agent couldn't use his advantages, which were his weapons. And that's really smart from Ash to go for that fight, but he's already finding himself in a spot of bother here. Positionally, oh, but he does, of course, Agent doesn't have the stack to capitalize. Beautiful rail off the spawn from Ash right there. And he's going to make his way all the way around to finish off this kill, but he's got to be careful because Agent did a little bit too much damage to him there. Wasn't so clean of a spawn frag, but it was another frag nonetheless.
And this is going to be a very important fight. Ash missing the rail would have gotten him the frag. This way Agent is going to get the mega. And this might be an interesting fight because Agent has a bigger stack. Of course, he's not that good at using the LG, but it was enough in this case. So Agent one frag away from the lead, from a tight game. There we go. He's got the yellow, and this is. I mean, I've never actually seen Agent play this map. I have to admit, I have no recollection of it. But it should be a map that suits him very well, just because rotations can be so powerful on this map, and Agent is the master of setting up rotations. So we're gonna see. He's got the red. There's a 4-second difference between the yellows, but
man, you weren't kidding about his lightning gun, holy.
Agent's not gonna get a chance to set up the rotation.
His lightning gun is so bad. Sometimes.
Great shot.
2 more cells would have done the job to kill Ash, and we can see how much he was missing there. So, I mean, Ash missed that crucial rail off the spawn, like you're saying, that could have won him a clean mega and then a clean red. But he does make it back just because Agent's unable to aim very well with the lightning gun. But these rockets are dissolving everything of Ash, and he's got almost nothing left. And Ash is going to be on the lower levels, trying to scrape for something to do. And he does hit a long-range rail. That might give him some breathing room now.
So why did Ash back away? He hit one rail, and then he went away from the mega that was about to spawn, essentially giving it to Agent. He could have easily stayed for a second, and I think he would have gotten the frag there. It's odd, but it does kind of pay off since he's got the red. He's not looking all too bad, but Agent has about the same stack and health and armor. So right now it's a matter of catching each other out, setting up a trap, outsmarting the opponent.
And Ash is just playing quietly there, trying to catch Agent, but Agent will not fall for such an easy trap. And Ash is going to pick himself up that mega. Agent coming in with the LG. Not worked well so far.
Great shot.
Boom, the rail connects.
An Agent paying for his item commitment. He just wanted to get to that mega no matter what. Disregarded the grenades that were blocking his way. Just thought they couldn't hurt him, and apparently they could. And giving away a frag, then he had a huge stack, and he gave it all away in about 2 or 3 seconds.
Ash with another frag. This is not looking good for Agent so far. He's coming behind really heavily in the lightning gun battles, and he's going to make the jump for this mega. He's going to pick it up, but Ash actually unable to do a lot of damage, but Ash, his biggest edge has actually been these rails. The long distance ones he's been connecting have really, really helped him out in winning the big items. And Agent, in his fervor for pickups of those items, is giving up too much. And you can see Ash picks up a clean frag right there. He's got Mega coming up soon. He's got plenty of time to get to this yellow, then to get to the Mega and set up. And this item cycle looks good. It's decent enough for now.
Yeah, and Agent's in trouble. That was very ambitious. It didn't work. And 5 frag lead is starting to get dangerous. And Agent, this is definitely something he doesn't feel comfortable with, having to kind of defend items instead of being the one in control and taking them. Just because his aim, as we've mentioned several times, is just not amazing. And right now Ash should even look into leaving him alive, because Agent, I think very much understood that staying alive in that situation wouldn't have been good, so he just kind of ran at Ash, asking him to kill, to take his life. And well, Ash has good control. We've seen it in the last FACEIT when Ash was playing this map. He was incredibly good at setting up rotations as well, and just putting constant pressure on his opponent, and Agent just feeling it right now.
Ash starting off with Agent like lightning gun there. And he's going to manage to pull away now, get himself a yellow. This is a spot for Agent if he can connect. This is when Ash is going to be most vulnerable. And couldn't do anything at that fight. Now he picks up red, he's no longer really vulnerable, but Ash is going to be subject to some crazy rockets from Agent. Unable to finish the job though. Agent off to spawn is in some trouble.
You know, one thing about Agent is that, like, at least against me, he likes to play my strong maps. I don't know if he sees that as some additional challenge or something, or he just is very really confident in himself. But like, he will always, for instance, drop maps where he's obviously better than me, like ZPN or something, and then purposely leave. Like, he doesn't play hub, so he doesn't leave that ever, but he leaves like Hectic and the Silence when we're playing, dropping the old maps where he would win with almost 100% certainty. So this kind of feels like one of those situations to me, because Ash, this is Ash's best map, I'm pretty sure. Ash's always picking it, he's always playing it well, he's always winning it. So it's absurd for Agent not to drop it. And I'm wondering if this is a case of him just being too confident. I can beat that move anyway, so he's just kind of looking to make it more competitive.
He does strike me as a player like that, actually, one of those people who do that, but Agent actually will forfeit the rest of the map. And Ash does win that quite convincingly, almost as convincingly as Blood Run was taken by Agent almost.
Pretty much, yeah.
But not quite. Agent and Ash now need to go to the third map to decide who will actually go for that grand final spot. And of course, the next semi-final we're going to cover is going to involve some Cypher Pony action, which is going to be very interesting. And that will play, the winner of that will play against the winner of this one. So what is your ideal final here?
I'd like to see either Cypher against Agent, just because I think Agent is the most capable of taking down Cypher. But if Cypher was to lose to, is it Demon?
Pony.
Pony? If Cypher was to lose to Pony, I wouldn't mind a Pony Ash final, just to have something different, have some different representation.
That would be just nuts. I could predict very aggressive antics from those two. But here we are, the third and deciding map, Furious Heights here between Ash and Agent. And Ash, to begin with, the red rail. What's he going to go for? He's going to go straight. This could be dangerous, this kind of route.
It is dangerous.
This is really dangerous. He could get caught by a lightning gun ambush.
What's Agent doing? Let's see. Like Agent was.
Agent, what's he doing?
It's very unconventional to take the low way, especially when you're the player with contact LG.
Oh, he's trying to be really hidden. Ash had no idea where he was, and it comes out with the rockets. Agent, brilliant play there. That ambush paid off massively, and as you said, very unconventional, very risky, in fact, from many perspectives.
But Ash kind of realized it. He realized, okay, he's not up top. He essentially deducted that Agent must have somehow snuck onto the red from below, but he just couldn't find him. He predicted the wrong positions, and he checked. He tried to find him, and he just checked the wrong places. And when it was time for the red to spawn, he just still hadn't found Agent, and it wasn't necessarily a big mistake from Ash, because he knew the exact red timing and would have probably also attacked it. It would have been ridiculous not to. Because we've got this big advantage, you know, it's spawning at 30, Agent knows it's spawning somewhere between 27 and 31, probably. So it was good, but he just didn't predict that one position. was oblivious to it, I guess.
I like the word you used, by the way. You said deductive, like, because I think that people don't really. That's actually a huge element of the game that is not really spoken to in the kind of focus maybe it could be, like deductive reasoning. Because this is a game which has a lot of deductive reasoning, something that Sherlock Holmes is famous for, even though he's a fictional character. But anyway, Agent going to make the aggression onto this Mega. He initially was just bulldogging it like, okay, I can just take this from you. But Ash did so much damage, Agent suddenly found himself in a spot where he's like, I'm committed, but I need to get out of here. But he can't, and he's going to die. He does die. Ash now takes the red as well, and he's going to miss the shots, but he takes all the items apart from one yellow. Agent is in a lot of trouble. If Ash can find him now, he is surely dead.
I think I've said it time and time again as we've been watching Ash. His aim that he's showing is very good. Agent is very good at dodging, so he's giving Ash the hardest possible angles, and Ash just keeps hitting all those very difficult rails like this one is very impressive, and why he's still in this game, because Agent is somebody who you need to hit. You need to hit him with all these hard shots, and now you're just going to go down. It's 2-1, so Agent has the lead, and the lead for Agent is very, very, how'd you say, it's hard to play when Agent has a lead. It's also very, it's putting you, like, I would feel quite scared right now. Not scared, but intimidated and worried.
Yeah, Ash is trying to find some damage. He does sort of scare Agent away from that yellow, but he's going to hightail it back to this Mega in time. And he will take a... That was the perfect move from Ash, because time is really of the essence here. He has to absolutely get back to red to at least damage Agent as he takes it. One rail will be perfect here, or something at least. Misses the rail. This is going to really give Agent a lot of breathing room. In fact, Agent can even take a fight here. This might just be what happens. He does shut that corner down for Ash. Ash cannot pass through there just yet. So this is really huge now. Agent's right back in this game. He knows where Mega is. He knows when all the major items are. Agent is at his most scary at the moment, and Ash has to deal with that somehow. Here comes Mega, and Ash's rockets do delay Agent long enough that he can safely take it. And 15 seconds to red. Ash is listening.
And right now I'm kind of favoring Ash, just because Agent is not playing his game. He's having to kind of play on the back foot, while Ash has a bigger stack, and I don't see that going well for the remaining 6 minutes of the game. Sooner or later I feel like Ash is going to be able to figure out Agent and just kill him. So I think Agent should try to just turn this game around as far as item control goes, and not go too defensive. 6 minutes is a tall order. Like I said last time, when you have like a 4-frag lead and there's 6 minutes in the game, perhaps it would be wise or would be entirely possible to just live on the yellows, but 1 frag is just, it's not enough for me to really feel comfortable with such a game plan. Especially because it means that should you die, more likely than not, your opponent will still maintain a decent stack. Because if you get trapped or something, it's bound to happen sooner or later.
Ash is receiving some nasty rails. Agent putting in the right shots, but Agent, you know, he's not doing as well as he was. Ash did stabilize, but the problem is that, like you said before, Agent could quite comfortably run yellows. That was a really nice rocket there. Of course, didn't do a huge amount of damage, and Ash's stack is quite menacing, but damage wasn't really the question there. It was denying angles for Ash to deal damage so that Agent can move around the map a bit more easily. And Ash is going to steal away another yellow. So this next yellow, I mean, Agent can't take this. This is way too risky for him to go for this. Yeah, and
if it's risky, he won't. He knows exactly what's going on. And I mean, if there's one player who can just back away for 6 minutes, it's Agent. Let's actually watch him and see what he's doing. How he exactly manages to just keep avoiding Ash.
He did steal the red. Actually, Agent's going to get this yellow too in the fight. Ash is going to go for it. Agent, does he want to take this? He might just now after that beautiful rocket on the choke point. Hits the rail as well. Agent knows he's got it in the bag, and he does take the frag. That was really unbelievable. That happened in a moment of seconds right there.
Yeah, and it's just these rockets that really created that opportunity. Ash was actually, he played it well. He double backed. He knew that Agent was probably going to go for this yellow, so he first pretended to run away and then came back for him. Really surprised him, but Agent just outfought him with those rockets. Just does such a big amount of damage. And I think Ash, he kind of committed himself too much to that situation just because he has finally been able to catch Agent. Like, I think before 2 minutes passed, without him even, well, getting any LG on him or something. They never were close enough. Agent was constantly keeping a long distance and just railing. And just this one time, Ash has finally been able to come close. He knew exactly where he was, and he felt like this is the time I have to make something happen. And then when it didn't work at first, he just committed himself too much. He got too greedy. He thought, while there's still 4 minutes left at this point, even 4:30, there would have been more opportunities. It felt like he kind of thought this was the last one, this is the one I have to use, no matter what.
And Ash is going to start feeling the burden, the pressure that is the clock right now. The time is definitely not on his side as we approach 3 minutes remaining, and he's 3 frags behind, and Agent can definitely run with this lead if he wants to. And look at this, Ash is on those pillars. There's really no way for him to get towards Agent. And he takes a rail as well, drops down, picks up the red at the very least, but still, Agent's just killing time right now. He's very, very happy with the situation. And did Ash just win some position on Mega? He kind of did. He even stole away the Mega.
Yeah,
so
Agent
Ash
gave it away. Agent gave it away for a chance at a good angle. He actually missed it, so he just pretty much gave it away. But Agent is cool as that. He's been actually giving away items most of this game for the sake of being far away from Ash and not taking any
this is risky
rage
now.
where she's close enough to really put him in danger.
And Ash does have a moment where he could really cause a lot of hurt onto Agent. Agent picked up the yellow, but Ash, can he intercept in time? No, he can't just yet. Ash, there he will spot Agent, misses the crucial rail. He can't be missing anything right now because he's got to just charge straight into Agent. And Agent is very content, like you said, waiting here. Even predictive rails onto the teleporter exit. As here Ash goes through the tele exit, rocket jumps across, and Agent hits the shot there. Here comes Ash, regardless.
This is a frag, truly 25 HP, this is it. Ash has got one, 2 frags to go. It's 2 minutes to go, it's still entirely possible. And Ash just needs a little bit of ammo, he's gonna get the LG plate here, and he heard Agent, this is huge. Knowing where Agent is sometimes very difficult, because he's playing so well to control. He's trying to circle the map to be on the exact opposite side of you all the time. That is just devastating, incredible rockets on the defense. And at least this time Ash didn't commit to the fight. As soon as he realized, right, I'm outstacked, he backed away instead of forcing something. So he still has a chance in this. He's just somehow has to catch up Agent. And to do that, he has to do something unpredictable. I think what he should do now is what I said I did against Cypher, just stop yourself. Right, you're going to Mega now. Stop it, don't do it. Go the opposite way, because that's probably what Agent expects you to do. So you do the opposite, not what Agent was doing. And it would have worked. Just as I told you, Agent went the low way from the lower yellow, and if Ash just stopped, turned around and waited, he would have caught Agent just then. So he just has to do something that is unconventional, unpredictable. He has to stop going for all these items, because Agent has incredible item timing, and he just keeps deducing based on the item spawn times where Ash is gonna be, and it worked the whole game. Ash just never did anything unexpected.
And Agent, he keeps plus backing through so many items, like you say, and Ash has finally found himself on 43 health, but he can't do anything but go for the aggression, and that frag seals the deal. Absolutely so. And Agent calls good game. Ash knows it's over too. It's just a matter of killing the last 5 seconds. And that means that Agent indeed will secure his spot in the grand finals today. Who he will face, though, is still up in the air. It's still a question lingering on our minds, but it's something that we'll find the answer to very shortly. As the next game we'll go to, of course, is going to be Pony versus Cypher, the next semi-final, to decide that. So, any last thoughts on this one that you...
Nope.
Anything you have to say? Okay, I think you covered it pretty well during the game. So there you go. Congrats to Agent for making that final spot. We'll see him later on. So next up, semi-finals. We'll go to the break first. See you after this.